那小伙伴们，大家好，欢迎来水这个奇幻士游戏攻略。这期视频是主线深渊之中，接着上期视频的内容，先把这个地方调查一下。
You think he'll come back?
Pancraz is going to be so happy when he sees you.
Who's going to feed him now? Poor Pancraz. He'll starve to death. They're going to kill us here.
Where are you from?
From here. I live with my grandfather in Praga. He fought in the January uprising. He raised me after my father died. I wanted to make him proud, and that's why I joined our faults.
My father is dead too.
Is he? Mine died of whooping cough. He worked in a factory and everyone got sick there. We're going to die here too.
A building fell on mine.
What a bourgeois way to die.
I had no intention of bragging.
You said what you said.
Even so, believe me, my life wasn't as much of a fairy tale as you'd imagine. My best friend's father was in debt to a dishonest loan shark, and we wanted to help. I think we were younger than you.
And what happened?
We went to see him with my father's gun, the one I carry with me.
And what? It went off.
The loan shark died on the spot. My father handed me some suitcases and a ticket and said never to come back.
So, he sorted it out. Sounds like a good father.
Maybe you're right. A little.
Shulsky! Your turn.
See you.
How touching. Move your ass.
That was disappointing. Did you know him?
You deceived me, Chief. The book wasn't where you told me I'd find it.
But I could have sworn. How extraordinary.
Really?
I can see you're still using it. I remember how it ended the story of a particular loan shark. Tell me anything of value. Then I'll be able to find a way to help you. I wouldn't want the dredgers to pull you out of the Vistal afterward, like Svetlana Petrovna.
I think you're lying. You didn't find anything.
What were you doing in the church?
I have to ask you something. Where is my father's grimoire?
What were you doing in the church?
I was praying to find my late father's grimoire. It's a good thing I don't do that often.
How did you get there?
My friend didn't want to watch the exorcism alone. He's got weak nerves.
What friend is this? Name?
I'd rather not.
I see. It looks like we're done here. Leave us alone.
What? No interrogation?
Don't be silly. I don't need to introduce you to. Ready?
I know everything that I could read from his objects. What are you expecting?
Results. Find out what he did in the church and where his father's friends are.
As you wish, sir. Let's not drag this out.
Good to see you. We need to talk.
Let's talk, but I guarantee you won't like it. Greetings from inside your head. I intend to make myself at home here.
Are you still mad at me about Veles?
We're not thinking about me now. You won't trick me here, and you won't escape either. Save your energy. Think about the church and who you were there with. A batyushka who sees the devil everywhere is no surprise. Strange company for a thaumaturge. You're terrible at choosing friends. I'm used to it. I trust no one anymore. Not least thanks to you. You've got nothing that would redeem your guilt.
Samira, focus now.
It's suicide. Konyechkin is a determined, vengeful bastard, and he has people everywhere. I'd sooner tear off your head like he wants than take a risk like that.
这个维度率不足啊，星7，所以我这边加到6了，后面应该也不加这个维度率，应该是用缺陷或者是滋养这个傲慢，还是应该不是滋养傲慢，应该少一个缺陷或者是什么才能把它加到7，因为现在加满也就是6，最后一点不是加这个新的。看着这个得2周目才能研究怎么去弄了。
Right. Think what we could do with knowledge like that.
End up on the gallows.
If we played badly.
All right.
All right. What?
Let's get out of here. That's what you want, after all. I'll help you, but you're taking me with you.
I'm not leaving here without my father's grimoire. I'm convinced Konyechkin has it.
That's right. It's in his study. 2 floors up. Just don't dawdle. Go. I'll hold Konyechkin here. But not for long, so hurry. Make it snappy. I can't hold him here long.
这边我们要逃走啊，这边也没有值得去弄的东西，也不用理他们，直接走。然后我们去找那个父亲给我们的那个秘书书。然后这边哈，先去有这个阅读的，先阅读啊。刚刚看到，刚刚是维度第7是吧？7实在是没法选， 应该跟我们做的一些支线，还有一些其他选项或者是其他的有关，所以我这边后面还不知道还到底有没有缺陷，我也不清楚啊。也有可能就是那个小孩的缺陷栏呢，这个就弃了啊，这个就不管它了啊，我们继续往上走。这边阅读一下。然后这边保存一下，保存完之后先搜刮线索啊。先把线索全找齐，书在这啊，书是这个。好，得出结论。这边还有啊，这是利奇亚的档案。这个人连他们所有人档案都有啊。好，全部找完啊，没有东西了，保存一下。
What do you think of this, Father? Let's see.
Shulsky, there's no time for reading.
I can't read this. It's like describing colors to a blind man. I don't get it.
Whatever you're mumbling, I don't care. We need to go.
What happened?
The guard peeked inside this cell and everything fell apart. Konyechkin was furious. It'll take him a little while before he regains his composure, so let's not waste time. I'll lead us out of the gate, but what then?
My cellmates have confirmed their people are observing the Citadel. They'll pick us up.
Sounds like a plan.
Sarah Rivkin, right? I saw your files. You like playing with fire?
I haven't been her for a long time. Did you hear what I said about escaping?
Before we leave, I'd like to grab one of my cellmates.
What? Have you lost it completely?
I have to, because he doesn't know how to whistle.
You'll get lost here. I'll go. You secure the passage to the gate for us. Just wait for me there.
I'll be waiting.
好，接着逃离。这个直接开打就行了。巫破仙。 莱莱克，莫娜娜，这个是韦莱斯，先给韦莱斯吧。OK， 就打断了啊，就剩一个了。这边直接给他一个这个啊，摧残，然后这边呢， 啊，这边用一个这个，再用个这个。问题不大啊。这边给他一拳，然后这边是奈奈克。不用奈奈克啊，用他。啊，解决啊！这里战斗特别好打。我们接着往前走，这里还有一场战斗。
You, what are you doing here?
I must have gotten lost. I'm sorry. Which way to the Citadel?
I see you're not from around here, gent. Grab him. And you, what are you grinning at? Grab the rest of those fuckers in the barracks.
这一场也是随便打啊，简单的很。好，这边集中值影响减少，没事，先给他一个啊。然后这边啊，用，对，直接还是用这个。OK， 它断了。死去吧。先加个 buff 啊。好，下一个2个人啊，3个人。这边奈克给他一个，这样我们不会被上 debuff。疯狂打断他们。啊，这个不用管了。这边直接一拳弄死他，然后这边用这个突破。驱除一下我们身上 debuff， 给他一个这个，这边韦莱斯或者是韦莱斯吧，断掉。韦莱斯希望也能断他一下。OK， 好。
So, have you mastered whistling?
That's how you do it.
Come on, folks.
Wanda! I'm so glad to see you.
What about Mihao? And her?
Thanks to me, the rest got out.
Move.
Please, come in. No one should be alone at a time like this.
Emir, they killed Mihao.
He is not altogether lost, remember.
I'm going to see Burke. The rest should know. Come on, Yannick.
The famous Madame Samira has honored my humble abode.
Thank you for taking us in.
You must be exhausted. Please go ahead to your rooms upstairs. I'll join you in a moment.
Are you coming?
I'll be there in a moment.
接下来是下一个主线，我们还是一样，先搜刮线索。患者登记表，得出结论，波纳科夫的诊所。好，搜刮完我们进去。这边我们将会解锁最后一个唱片，也就是这时候可以跳成就了。唱片的收集全部是主线里面，所以这个没办法给你们做一个那种系统性的一个视频几分钟的那种收集啊，这个没办法做，因为主线有的地方它会关闭，知道吧？就是你做完了它就关闭了那个地区，所以一定要记得去点这个唱片，一定要记得点啊，点完这个就跳成就了，也就是我们至此呢所有的收集全收集完了，剩下的就是主线剧情了。而这边呢继续先搜查啊，先搜查，把东西搜查到，先不要去点这个啊。好，全部搜查完了之后，保存再对话。保存完之后，我们对话一下。
Please, make yourselves at home. The tea is brewing and it will do us all good. Madame must be the thaumaturge Victor told me about.
Did I mention that?
For the time being, I'll assume we all have good intentions.
As for me, you have nothing to worry about, sir.
I trust her.
That's enough for me. Let's not waste time. Do not mistake this somber moment for one of peace. This isn't the calm before the storm. We're in the eye of the storm. Time is scarce, the risk is great, and the consequences will be irreversible. I trust you've got the Black Grimoire already?
What do you think threatens us?
You're a wanted fugitive, so detainment, interrogation, and probably the noose. And you, miss?
The noose. They won't waste time interrogating me.
Then I guess we all meet at the gallows after all. You do help fugitives, don't you?
Me? Even if the Russian military barges in, I'll tell them you broke in by force.
I'd add that we forced you to cooperate.
Right, right.
I always consider the consequences when I set out to do something.
But I suppose they've usually only affected you.
Why don't we move on from doubts to solutions?
The solution is to combine all of our individualities. Separately, we're all too weak. But if we form a pact, its consequences might reverberate throughout Russia, possibly even all of Europe. Who knows, maybe that way we could save not only our own necks.
What about Wanda? Aren't you afraid she'll seek revenge?
Yes, and that revenge will push her to extreme measures. But what we're trying to build might save her from downfall. It's one of the reasons that time is of the essence.
I got my father's grimoire back. It was where we both expected it to be.
Have you studied it yet?
I've browsed through it. My father somehow managed to conceal the meaning behind written words. I can feel that it's there, but it keeps slipping away.
I think the combination of our powers might solve your problem.
Can you tell me what we're talking about exactly?
Before he died, Stanisław Szulski created a hypothesis upon which he tried to use the full potential of thaumaturge's mental bond.
You mean peeking inside each other's heads? That is not arcane knowledge.
Szulski believed that connected thaumaturges could share their powers.
It's still just a hypothesis. How can we verify it?
Only through an experiment, I presume.
Let's not waste any more time. What else do we need to form such a pact?
First of all, a fourth member. The other one you mentioned. Who is that?
The only one that comes to mind is Ariel Rofe.
He crossed my mind too. Do you think he could be useful with the reputation he has? He hasn't shown up at the Ruzhitz much lately.
Do you know him well?
Not personally. People talk about him in the neighborhood. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Don't give it too much thought. Needless trouble.
I'll bring him here. At least I'll try.
There's also the question of that Rasputin.
How do you think I should resolve this situation?
It would be most imprudent to let such suspicious people inside your mind for too long. Any carelessness may cost all of us dearly. If you're still bound to him somehow, I'm afraid you'll have to end it.
Yes. Tell him it's not him, it's you, and so on. Remember, this is no longer a question of only your noggin.
Madame, the tea is ready. I have to go down now. Good luck, Victor.
Did you come to check on me?
Would that be wrong?
Your resistance girlfriend won't mind. It's a rhetorical question.
Who is Sarah Rivkin?
You saw my files at Konieczkin's. Sarah Rivkin is none of your business.
I think you owe me one.
As far as I remember, you were the one who put me in the hands of Yochrana.
And then I got you out of them, alive.
Do you want the long story or the short one?
Long. I've got time.
Quiet. So So, a Jewish orphan, Sara Rivkin, was born in the Austro-Hungarian partition. When the street decides to end her, fortune sends her help in the form of a popular psychic, Madame Samira. Samira adopts Sarah as her daughter, and they become inseparable. Madame Samira can see more than others. She's the one who made Sarah realize her thaumaturgist nature. But Madame also has enemies who can reach her in the safety of her house. Sarah knows she has to disappear if she wants to stay alive.
So you took her identity. I guess it wasn't too hard for a thaumaturge to act as a psychic.
Indeed.
Why did you decide to come here? With Madame's money, you could be anywhere.
Anywhere is neither worse nor better than here, but the gaze of Samira's assassins won't reach here.
Scowan's shackles do, however. How did you meet him?
You'll know when you deserve to.
Were you close with Madame?
Wouldn't you be close with someone who raised you?
Believe me, it's not so obvious to me.
It was Madame who taught me how to live, not the streets. She was unique. By adopting her name, I believe I saved her in a way. This is the least I can do to repay her.
Let me change the subject.
Finally, how long can you pity yourself?
What are your impressions after meeting our host?
Do you trust no one, or are you just being polite?
I just wanted to know your opinion. If what we are planning here is going to work, you'll have to trust us at some point.
I'm not sure if he's a good Felcher, but he seems to be an experienced thaumaturge. And it's not easy for me, but I think I would trust him. Not that I have any choice.
What actually convinced you to run away with me?
A woman without secrets becomes vulnerable.
Let me guess.
Surprise me.
I have a strong suspicion you can see a lot of benefits and value in our cause. You'll no longer be alone.
I'm touched.
Not true. But you know I'm right. I'll come back later.
Sure.
好的，小伙伴们，我们本期视频就到这里，下期视频再见。这里又多出来2个主线啊。